Y'all hold on to your ring lights because the digital streets are quaking tonight. Picture this. You're minding your own business, doom scrolling through IG stories when boom, a rogue live notification pops up. Mendeecees sees a spilling tea. You click expecting a little side-eye and maybe a soft humble brag. But instead, you walk straight into an emotional SWAT raid. Cameras shaking, comments screaming, and there's Mendeecees' eyes blazing, voice cracking, blasting out the bombshell of the decade. Y'all, Yandy's been hiding a baby, and I've got receipts. Wait, what are Yandy, the queen of curated couple goals and whirlwind wig changes, secretly pregnant? Since when? With whose timeline? Did the Love and Hip Hop producers script this? Or did the multiverse just glitch harder than Twitter on a Tuesday? So many questions. So little chill. Did Mendeecees just nuke his marriage live? Is Yandy about to sue half the internet, or drop her own surprise baby bump TikTok? And why is Eric Mina suddenly subweeding scriptures like she's Moses with an iPhone? Buckle up because we're about to unpack the messiest, juiciest, real plot twist season 13 has ever coughed up. And trust me, by the end, you'll be side-eyeing every family photo on your feed. Let's dive in. When it comes to love and hip-hop, secrets are basically currency. But this time, baby, the vault just exploded. Because Mendeecees, sees of all people, just went on IG Live and spilled the most personal, jaw-dropping truth bomb we've heard all season. And no, it's not just a petty clapback or vague tweet. He went full confession mode, and what he said has everyone's wigs flying and jaws scraping the floor. So, here's what went down. It started off simple. Mendeecees was on live talking to fans, answering harmless questions. You know, the usual gods still working on me kind of vibe. But then someone dropped a comment. Where's Yandy? Haven't seen her lately. Is she pregnant or something? Boom. That one innocent comment changed the whole energy. Mendeecees' face twitched like he was trying not to react, but the tea was too hot to hold. He paused, took a deep breath, looked straight into the camera, and said, "Man, y'all asking stuff I ain't even supposed to talk about, but forget it. Since she want to keep acting brand new on TV. Lima, just say this ain't no rumors, it's facts. Pregnant, been pregnant, and she'd been hiding it from everybody." The comments section went nuclear. Like pause, wait, huh? Yandy, the queen of scheduling everything from a press conference to a pedicure, kept a whole pregnancy hidden. Since when does Yandy Smith Harris move in silence? This is the same woman who live tweeted her labor contractions back in the day, and now she's pulling a Bianca-level baby reveal, but without the flower crown or Vogue spread. Something ain't adding up. But it didn't stop there. Mendeecees kept talking. Oh, he was ready. He said this wasn't a recent thing, it's been months in the making, according to him. Yandy didn't even tell him right away. That's right. Mendeecees claimed he found out through someone else, and not even a friend. You know how crazy it is to hear from a stylist that your wife's been skipping fittings because of nausea and swollen feet? Come on, man, that's wild. Wild. That's an understatement. But let's rewind for a second, because if this is true, this isn't just a family issue. This is a full-blown production scandal. Yandy is one of the most visible cast members on L season 13. Every scene she's in, people are watching, analyzing outfits, facial expressions, captions, and now we're supposed to believe nobody? Not even Mona Scott Young. Notice the bump. Baby. Either Yandy is rocking shapewear from another planet, or she deserves an Emmy for Best Reality Actress in a role of concealment. But here's where it gets even messier. Mendeecees started throwing out little breadcrumbs talking about how certain scenes were edited, how they had to reshoot episodes, and how Yandy allegedly strategically avoided camera angles. The man literally said, "Look back at episode 4, you'll see what I'm talking about." That whole scene in the kitchen, she kept turning sideways for a reason. And if you go back and watch, he's kind of not lying. Then he drops the bomb of all bombs. And don't get it twisted, it ain't like this some happy announcement. No, she didn't want this baby. That's why she kept it a secret. That's why we're not even talking right now. Hold up, are we hearing this right? Mendeecees basically just told the world that not only is Yandy pregnant, but she didn't even want to be in there. Loki separated because of it. That's not just drama. That's soap opera level chaos. And if you thought that was enough to break the internet, oh honey, he wasn't done, because then the questions started pouring in. People asking, is it your baby Mendeecees? Are y'all getting a divorce? Why would she keep it secret? And Mendeecees with zero hesitation clapped back. Look, I'm not saying she cheated. I'm not saying she didn't. I'm just saying things got real weird. Around March, she started moving funny. Lot of late-night phone calls, lot of therapy appointments that didn't involve me. The silence after that, deadly. Fans in the chat were typing, in all caps, begging for receipts, and speculating whether Yandy's mystery pregnancy might involve another cast member. Some were even throwing out wild guesses, scrappy, chaotic, even a producer from the show. Now, let's be clear, there is zero confirmed info about any cheating. But when a husband gets on live and starts throwing maybe not vibes about paternity, there's no putting that toothpaste back in the tube. Now, let's talk optics, because fans started digging at Lee. Reddit threads, TikTok, detectives, IG, all diving deep into Yandy's recent uploads. And baby, the receipts are receding. Fans notice she's only posting selfies from the neck up. She hasn't done a full-body red carpet look in months, and in her last live, she kept a giant purse in front of her stomach the entire time. Coincidence or coordinated cover-up? And then there's Erica Mina, who out of nowhere posted a cryptic Instagram story that said, "Women lie, bellies don't." Oh yeah, we caught that. Now fans are wondering, was Erica trying to blow the lid off this before Mendeecees did? Is there a bigger feud brewing behind the scenes? And why did Mendeecees choose now to go public? Some say he's hurt, others think he's trying to stay relevant on the show. But the one thing everyone agrees on, Yandy's silence is loud. She hasn't responded. No live, no comment, no clever clapback, nothing. And for someone who never misses a chance to defend herself, this silence, it speaks volumes. And just when fans thought they had heard it all, Mendeecees said something that truly left the timeline gasping. If y'all knew what else was going on behind closed doors, this would be the least shocking part. Wait, there's more, y'all. Just when we thought Mendeecees was gone, leave it at that Instagram live meltdown, baby, he dropped a bombshell that had everybody clutching their pearls and pressing rewind like 5 times. So boom, the man said, and I quote, "I ain't got no reason to lie. Y'all skin why I've been quiet. Well now, I'm a talk. Yandy was pregnant and ain't nobody know but me. And now the world FA2. Baby, stop the cameras. Pause the season." Did Mendeecees just pull a full-blown reality TV MC drop moment cause the way this man just exposed? Yandy, alleged secret pregnancy on live with a straight face, not a twitch of remorse. Not a blink of hesitation. It's giving Love and Hip Hop Exposed Files edition. And you know the internet doesn't miss a beat within minutes. Screenshots, TikToks, shady Twitter threads, Reddit and Facebook Mendeecees were already doing spiritual math. Let's rewind the tape real quick, cause context matters. Nor remember when folks noticed Yandy wearing them oversized coats in Atlanta's 90 heat. MAOM fans clocked it months ago. The comments were flooded with stuff, like why she looking like she in NYC in January? Sis got a pillow under that hoodie or what? Yandy been glowing lately, and not just from the highlighter, but of course, Yandy brushed it off. She said she was experimenting with layering. Girl in Atlanta. Now, after Mendeecees' shocking revelation, everything is suddenly making sense. The weird disappearances, her dodging cameras, them cryptic posts about new beginnings, and growing in silence. And now comes the twist. Y'all ready? Sources. And when we say sources, we mean a friend of a hairstylist who worked with a cousin who DM'd the Shade Room claimed that Yandy didn't want the pregnancy public because she wasn't sure if Mendeecees was the father. Excuse me. Hold up. This just turned into Maury Povich. Love and Hip Hop edition. Allegedly. And we say allegedly with a capital A. There was another man in the mix. A high-profile music exec whose name we won't say. But let's just say he rhymes with Chirk. We're being told by an anonymous source. Someone's cousin who used to do security for VH1 tapings that Mendeecees found out about this months ago. And that's why he's been cold and distant all season. He was doing DNA math in his head like July. August got wait when did we two? Close-ups, and slow-mo analysis. Another Fin commented, "I just rewatched season 13 from the beginning, and Yandy been acting sneaky. She knew what she was doing." Meanwhile, back in the land of chaos, Mendeecees ain't done talking. Nah, he's just warming up. Later, in that same live, he straight up says, "If I can't trust the mother of my kids, who can I trust? I held it down when I was locked up. I came back and I get secrets." Y'all, Mendeecees been holding on to that line like it was his confessional debut monologue. The man was pacing back and forth like he was rehearsing for his own reunion special. The reactions online, pure digital wildfire. Fans of Mendeecees, he deserves better. She played him dirty. Fans of Yandy, she don't owe nobody, her body or her truth. Mind your business. The neutrals chilly. I'm just here for the comments and popcorn. Love and hip-hop crew. Silent crickets, not a tweet, not a post, which only made fans go, oh, so it's true then. Meanwhile, Mona Scott Young is probably in her mansion right now, rubbing her hands like Birdman, thinking, yes, excellent. Bring on their ratings and the plot thickens even more. Leaked production notes allegedly swiped from a Love and hip-hop interns shared Google Drive suggests that producers knew about the pregnancy all along, but were instructed to leave it ambiguous for a major season finale cliffhanger. Y'all, this ain't just reality TV anymore. This is and chaotic storytelling, plot twist, emotional betrayal, fourth wall breaks. It's giving Shonda Rhimes, but with baby mamas and bottle service. And get this, an anonymous medical worker DM'd a fan blog claiming she saw Yandy at a private clinic in Buckhead looking very much like a woman in her second trimester. But that's not even the tea. The real tea. She was allegedly there with Kirk Frost. Now don't throw your phone just yet. We not saying Kirk is the daddy, but the streets are saying there might be a major storyline crossover coming. You heard it here first. And just when you thought it couldn't get more chaotic, baby, it spirals into a whole new level of reality TV hellfire. Because now the aftermath of Mendeecees dropping that secret pregnancy bomb has the streets talking, the cast scrambling, and Yandy sis might be lawyering up, ducking behind NDAs and group chats like she's in the final round of Survivor Love and Hip Hop Edition. Let's talk about what went down after that Instagram live explosion, because the timeline didn't just break. It combusted right after Mendeecees went live and casually threw that Yandy pregnant line like it was nothing. Social media turned into a war zone. Fans started pulling receipts, matching timelines, and doing math like they were trying to crack the Da Vinci Code. If Yandy was pregnant in June, but she posted flat tummy pics in July and they broke up in August, who's the daddy? So that's why she ghosted the reunion taping. Wait. She denied it on Angela's show. Why lie if there's nothing to hide? The conspiracy theory started breeding faster than Zeus's side babies. One Reddit user claimed she got insider tea from a production assistant who allegedly overheard Yandy and producers whispering about editing out her baby bump from the green screen interviews. Another TikTok commentator straight up said she thinks Yandy wore oversized waist trainers and camera trick blazers just to throw everyone off. And then came the bombshell. A leaked email allegedly sent from Mona Scott Young's team to internal producers. It reportedly read, "Please scrub all season 13 footage for potential exposure of Yandy pregnancy. We cannot allow any footage showing baby bump, prenatal meds, or audio referencing her due date to air. Legal clearance pending." Ooh, excuse me. Not prenatal meds, not legal clearance. What kind of cover-up are we witnessing here? Scandal Olivia Pope style. But let's not forget the aftermath back at VH1 headquarters. According to an anonymous intern turned whistleblower, shout out to TikTok user @internal, there was a massive internal panic. Executives were allegedly scrambling to damage control the scandal, fearing Mendeecees' slip-up could violate contracts, custom sponsors, and worst of all, make Mona Scott look like she's losing control of her empire. And if you know Mona, you know she runs her sets like the CIA with a side of hot sauce. Ain't no way she's letting her power crumble because of a messy baby secret. Meanwhile, our girl Yandy Cricket's total radio silence. She didn't issue a statement, didn't clap back, just posted a vague Instagram story of a sunset with the caption, "Some things are better left in God's hands." Girl will consequences because the way this tea is boiling. It's not just gossip, it's looking like a whole legal and financial tsunami on the horizon. Let's break it down. First off, Mendeecees could have violated NDA agreements by exposing sensitive production secrets. Reality stars, especially on LHTL, sign contracts with heavy clauses about storyline leaks, pregnancies, breakups, and even medical conditions. If he breached that, that's lawsuit territory. Second, Yandy allegedly had her own brand deals, lined up skincare, postpartum fitness, collabs, even a baby product launch. But if she hid the pregnancy to protect her image, and now the truth is out, brands might backpedal, investors might drop. we're talking potential six-figure losses. Third, and this is the kicker, fans are now demanding that VH1 reshoot, reunion scenes or release the raw unedited footage with the pregnancy storyline intact. Hashtag Reed bump cut is trending. One Twitter user said, "If Yandy lied for 9 months and got paid for it, we want our drama. Run us the deleted scenes, Mona." But hold up, there's more behind the scenes. Word is that Erica Mena, Kendra Robinson, and even Rashida are furious, not necessarily because of the pregnancy, but because Yandy kept it a secret during the entire season while they were airing out every inch of their dirty laundry. One producer reportedly overheard Rashida saying, "So we out here fighting about cheating and exabi mamas, and Yandy gets to hide a whole child. Chilly, nah, I'm done." The cast feels betrayed. The production feels exposed. And the fans, they feel duped. And in the center of this Category 5 scandal, Mendeecees smirking in an Instagram live sipping tea while the internet burns behind him. There's now even speculation that he did it on purpose. Think about it, what if Mendeecees planned to sabotage Yandy image because of a behind-the-scenes fallout? Remember, they reportedly split up quietly back in May, and insiders say Mendeecees didn't take it well. One anonymous stylist even claimed he was pissed she wouldn't take him back. He said, "Let's see how she likes being embarrassed for once." I thought he was joking. Guess not. Double quotes few do. So, where do we go from here? Will Yandy confirm the pregnancy publicly? Will Mona Scott clean up the mess or cash in on it? Will Mendeecees get sued? Or will he get a spin-off? At this point, nothing's off the table because in the world of love and hip-hop, one man's confession is another woman's brand deal crumbling. And what started as one petty live might just blow up into the biggest scandal season 13 has ever seen. And let's not forget the ultimate question. If this was a secret pregnancy, then who exactly is the baby daddy? Because if the timeline doesn't match up, but we'll leave y'all with that. Phew, y'all still breathing? Because after that tea explosion, I don't even know if I am. Like seriously, Mendeecees sees done turned Instagram live into a federal crime scene. Yandy silence is loud, and VH1 got to be shaking in their corporate boots right now. Season 13 ain't just chaos. It's a full-blown soap opera with no commercial breaks. So, now we need to hear from y'all. Do you think Yandy was hiding this pregnancy all along? Was Mendeecees out of pocket for exposing it like that? Or did he do us all a favor by keeping it real? And most importantly, if the math ain't math, and who's the baby daddy? Jump in those comments and sound off. We want to hear your wildest theories, messiest guesses, and shady observations. And if you're still sipping this drama like sweet tea on a Georgia porch, go ahead and slap that like button. Smash subscribe so you don't miss the next messy deep dive and hit that notification bell because baby, this storyline ain't done cooking. We've got receipts, rumors, and reactions coming your way, so don't blink. This has been your unofficial, unfiltered, and unapologetically messy guide to the Yandy and Mendeecees secret pregnancy scandal. Stay messy, stay tuned, and remember, when the tea is this hot, you best sip it with caution. Peace out, all.